Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta make sure it doesn't fold like that. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, did you discuss? Okay, my bad.
Okay. What is happening, guys? ARCHIEzzle here, and welcome to another video. Archies, I hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we have a special guest over here, a really special Q&A that you guys, I bet, weren't expecting. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hey, you guys. My name is Drill Sergeant Hill. I've been a drill sergeant for about, I guess, 6 months already. So I've had a little time on the trail, but I'm still on the trail right now. Tired, losing my voice, but I'm here.
Yeah, she actually just got off, like literally just got off. And a lot of you guys probably should know this if you watch my videos on the ARCHIEzzle page. Ericka is actually a YouTuber as well. So I know there's not a lot of YouTubers / drill sergeants, and especially, you know, anyone in the military, army YouTubers and stuff like that. So I've been following her for almost 2 years now.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, it's been 2 years. Okay.
It's been a while.
Okay, so don't be scared. I know there's a lot of future soldiers watching this. There's a lot of people that are about to join the army, or some of you guys that had her as a drill sergeant. You know, she's chill. But if it's time to work, you know, professionalism is always there, and we have to like keep that military bearing. Okay, so Ericka, should I call you Ericka or drill sergeant? I'm getting scared right now. I'm getting scared.
No, you can definitely call me Ericka right now.
Drill Sergeant Hill. I'm getting scared again. I'm getting scared. Okay, so how long have you been in the army?
I've been in the army actually almost 6 years now.
Okay, why did you join the army?
So the reason why I joined the army was pretty much my family members were in the army, and I was actually thinking of doing Air Force for a little while. I know, a little bit, but they seemed really picky, and I was like, it wasn't for me. So then once I went to the army, they're like, I don't know, more welcoming, and they're like, let's go to MEPS. I'm like, okay, and then now I'm here.
Which one specifically in your family? Was it grandpa, grandma?
It was my grandpa and then my uncle, and I went to Fort Carson to visit him, and I really liked how everything was.
Okay. So how old were you when you joined the army?
I was 19. I just turned 19 years old.
So you finished high school and then tried to venture and did something else?
Yes, I did a little bit of college, and then I wanted to do a little bit more. And I did do college during my time, and so.
Okay. Did you had a job or an occupation before you joined?
I actually did not.
Okay.
Army was my very first job.
And now she's a drill sergeant.
Yep.
And I'm getting scared again whenever.
with this hat on.
Okay. So what is your original MOS, your original military occupational specialty, jobs for the civilian, if you don't know what that is, in the army before a drill sergeant?
I'm a 74 Delta, which is a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear specialist.
I know, it's pretty long.
It's a long word. You just say Seaburn specialist. So.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, can you explain what, I'm pretty sure they're gonna say gas mask, okay?
Yeah,
gas chamber.
Pro mask and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah, we have to deal with a lot of chemical stuff, a lot of hazmat stuff, but the main thing people really focus on is on like the gas chamber and the pro mask and making sure everything is like.
Okay, those two things now that I'm really scared of: gas chamber and drill sergeants.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so what duty stations have you been in?
I've actually been in Alaska, Fort Wainwright. I did my job a little bit there, but then I became a combatives instructor for the most part. And then after that, I went to Fort Sill for about a year, and then now I'm here at Fort Jackson.
That's 3 things that I'm scared of now. She knows combative. She can beat me up.
Yep, master combative. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. It's
okay.
Fun.
So, how's it like being a drill, or at least can you describe to us, you know, a day-to-day life of a drill sergeant?
So how my day is, it's not always the same for every other person, but I wake up at 03 because I want to make sure I get my PT in before I go to work.
What time again?
03.
Holy.
Yep.
Holy.
Because if I don't do it in the morning, I definitely won't do it at nighttime.
Wow.
So I wake up at 03, and then I have to be at work at least by 05 for our meetings in the morning. Wake up the trainees at like 05:15, depending on what time or what training event is, and then depending on the day would end around 2000, 21.
God damn.
It's long hours, and depends on the phases. Sometimes it might be a little bit earlier, but definitely red phase, we're not allowed to leave until 2100.
Are you usually off Saturdays, Sundays, or you know there's a rotation? Or how
we work for the most part Monday through Sunday. Sunday might be a day where we do get it off, but that's like once in a while. For the most part, it's half days on Sundays. But yeah, we really don't get weekends.
Damn. I just got lucky then. Today is a Saturday and she just got off.
Yeah, I had to work some things and they're like, yeah, you can get off a little bit early today. So I was like, okay, sounds good.
So what is, the coolest thing, or I guess something that, that you like about being a drill sergeant?
I think the main thing is, I think this is what all drill sergeants say, but it really is like the most favorite thing I like about being a drill sergeant is that like you really see them from day zero, from not knowing the position of attention or any like little small things that we are so used to, and then we go to it being the forge, and then you're telling them certain things like missions to do, and they know exactly what to do. So seeing how they were from like day zero, and them actually knowing the acronyms and all the things that needs to get done without us having to explain is like amazing to me.
So that's something really crazy too, in my opinion. Like, I don't see the whole process, how it works, until now that I'm here for, some video stuff here at Fort Jackson. I'm a recruiter right now. I'm actually an Army medic, temporary recruiter for 2 years now, 1 more year or so. We put people in the Army. We do the paperwork, we explain to them all the benefits and stuff like that. But the drill sergeants are the ones who actually shape these soldiers. So we only see the transitions once they get back from basic training in AIT, like, oh, he's more disciplined now, or they act like adults finally.
Sorry.
Yeah. Did you just dab? I thought you just dabbed.
Oh, no.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I got from them. Okay. I guess, what's the hardest part about being a drill sergeant besides, the schedule? I know it's already bad, the schedule.
I think the hardest part is having certain trainees or recruits that are really stuck in their ways, and they feel like we're not there to really help them. But that's our main job, is to help them. And if you're a drill sergeant, you're there to graduate people. So it's like the most difficult part is people being really stubborn in their ways and not thinking, oh, they're doing this to help me. When we're there 24/7, literally 24/7, to really actually turn you into a soldier. Because eventually one day you might be deployed and you need to be ready for anything to happen.
Has there been a specific moment where a trainee really got to you?
Yes, it was actually my last cycle. It was difficult because he would be sorry.
Oh, damn.
He would be really squared away at one point because he was a great soldier, but when it came to I guess not really worrying about the soldier part, but being just a regular person, respect and all that stuff, he was just so frustrating because it was like you would be one of the best soldiers that I've met, but the other side of you was
attitude.
The attitude, the downfall. And then there was a point where he really didn't care, and that was the point where I felt like I almost lost it, because it was just like, you're doing so well and all of a sudden you take 10 steps back. And that's the most difficult part. It's not the part about, oh, you're good at PT or you're good at shooting and all that stuff. It's about holding yourself to actually being a soldier. So yes, you can be great and get 300 at PT, but if your attitude and your respect and everything is poor, we don't want you in the Army. Okay. And that's what really took me. It was just great soldier, but really bad at just respect and everything like that.
So did that trainee pay the price?
He did not graduate.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking about
No, he did not. He was really good. He was a great soldier, but the thing is, he did little troubling stuff that eventually caught up to him.
He can't follow orders, directions.
The orders.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people should understand too, The Army, the military, whatever branch is still the military. So you have to conform to the standards. It's not the Army, giving in and just following what you want and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's regardless of what you want to do, because sometimes we don't want to do certain things, but it's always the mission first, regardless. Oh, well, I have to go here for my family. It's the mission always comes first, regardless of what you want or what time it is. It has to come first, and that's what people need to start realizing. If you're going to join, it's Army first, and then everything else falls in line.
Okay. So again, Ericka Drill Sergeant Hill has a YouTube. Okay. Has anyone recognized you? Any one of the trainees that's Drill Sergeant Ericka? Yeah,
a lot have. I'm definitely, if you ask any of my trainees, I'm definitely different on YouTube than I am in real life. Not like it's a bad thing, but whenever the hat is on and the uniform is on,
Yeah.
I'm completely different. So they bring it up to me after the forge, after when it's the super lunch, where I'm like, all right, trainees, you're allowed to ask me like questions. That's when they bring it up, and they're like, Drill Sergeant, we know you have a YouTube, blah blah blah, and like everyone's talked about it, and like I just found out one of my trainees know I have a YouTube channel, and I just told her to stop talking because we just got into white phase. I was like, nope, not having this conversation.
Okay.
So
it's pretty cool though. It's pretty good. I think the Army should adapt this also, like social media influencers,
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and stuff like that. Because your command is pretty supportive about your
Yes, they
YouTube
definitely
presence, right? And I think you have been, you know, putting out yourself out there in a positive note where you actually show how a drill sergeant is,
Yeah.
you know, on duty and then off duty. Because at the end of the day, you know, service members, you know, especially in the civilian side as recruiters, sometimes they get scared of us. I don't look scary at all, dude. Like I do not look scary at all. Okay, but because of the uniform, they have a different perception towards us. Like, yeah. So sometimes negative, sometimes positive, but you know, hopefully everyone should know about that.
yeah, people always look whenever you have a uniform on. Even if you like live next to a post, people always look when you have
Yeah.
something on.
You know, this is actually just the second time that I've been here in Fort Jackson. The first one was when I graduated or went to basic training and graduated basic training. So it's pretty dramatic when I was on post. I'm like, oh crap, this is the
Memories.
place. Yeah, I cried over there. I ate
wanted to go home
there.
right here.
So where did you go for basic training?
I went to Fort Leonard, Missouri.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you volunteer as a drill sergeant or you got selected?
I actually volunteered to be a drill sergeant.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. As a private, I always wanted to be a drill sergeant, so I was like, might as well do it now.
You know, that is perfect. I'm gonna show this to my future soldiers that are actually about to ship, because they actually want to be drill sergeants as well.
Okay.
Okay. My case is different, so I guess to educate you guys, you can either apply or get selected based on your evals.
Yep.
Once you become E5 to E7 as a... Can E7s be drill sergeants?
Yes, they can.
They can get selected as drill sergeant
Yes.
E7s. Okay, so same thing as recruiters. You know, it's either you get selected or you volunteer. So you like it so far?
I do. I actually love it. Even though my trainees would be like, she probably hates her job, I love it. Like, I'm the disciplined drill sergeant. Like, regardless of what phase it is, I will always hold a standard. So the little things, I make sure they know I don't like anything messed up.
Okay.
So,
At this point of your career, how long have you been in?
almost 6 years.
Okay. Do you think that you'll be in the Army for the whole 20 years?
Yes, I'm as much as my body can take. I'm trying to do more than 20 years.
Okay.
So that's
Are
my
you
plan.
gonna eventually go green to gold, go officer, chief? Is that something that you thought about?
See, it was a thought for a little while, at least like a few years ago. But then I don't know. I really like the enlisted side, so it's still a thought. It might happen, but right now the enlisted side looks really good
Yeah.
to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's better also if you go in as enlisted first, become an NCO, and then go officer if that's what you really want to do.
Yes.
Because people have the misconception also like, oh, I'd rather go officer, because they only think about the money and getting paid
Yes.
more. They don't understand the responsibilities, and it's actually be better to start from the bottom because you know how everything works.
And a lot of
All
people,
aspects.
like, if you tell them I was in the enlisted side before, a lot of like the enlisted trainees, my bad, enlisted people,
Soldiers, yeah.
they will be like, okay, well, never mind, you know your stuff. And
Yeah.
it's very different.
It's very different. Okay. So, all right. I ran out of questions. Apparently, there's a new thing, the Forge. What is the Forge?
All right, so the Forge is the last field training, and it's like even for us, it's tiring. So it lasts for like 4 days.
Okay.
And throughout those 4 days, you at least hit 70 miles of walking, and eventually
With a ruck.
Yes,
So
with your
rucking
ruck.
70 miles in 4 days.
Yes, your ruck, your weapon, and even other stuff like water cans, ammo cans, and all that stuff. So like it starts off probably at midnight when we step off to go to where we need to go. And that's the first ruck, it's a 12-mile ruck.
Okay.
And then after that, it's different missions of like resupply, doing NIC, the shooting under fire, and like crawling under it. Obstacles like the COC, the Conference Course, and combatives, so you have to like fight each other, a bunch of stuff like that. And it's 4 days, and you barely get any sleep. And most of the training events happen at nighttime.
Oh, okay.
So anytime you it's essentially rucking far, and then now you have to ruck around the post to get back to where you were with other supplies on you.
So how does the trainees sleep? Do they have a tent?
They have their sleeping bags.
Sleeping bags and a tent, or at least like a hard building, or how does it work?
They dig KCs, so they have to dig, and then they put their like sleeping mat, and they put sleeping bag.
Oh wow.
And then we put them in a patrol base, so they know where the ins and outs are.
So they have someone on guard also. They have
yes,
to, like,
they will always have someone on
okay.
guard. So that's why it's very tiring, because when you think you're about to sleep, no, this percentage needs to be up watching, patrolling everyone, because drill sergeants, we don't sleep, so we go and pretend to be the enemy.
So this is like the culminating event, the
Yes.
last event. So
Everything.
they pass basic combat training for the Army. But
Yes.
then again, even if you graduated and finished the forge, if you do something stupid or crazy, you will not graduate.
Yes.
Okay. Damn, is that something new that was implemented like months ago? Or
Yeah, it actually started whenever I became a drill sergeant.
Oh.
Yeah, so about like 6 or so months ago, that they're like, the forge is happening. I was like,
Has
oh.
anyone lost their weapon during the forge?
No, that
is a no-go.
Yeah, that's like the first day. Like, yes, we'll make sure the trainees are there, but weapons is 100% accountability at all times, or they'll shut down the whole post.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of people probably don't know that.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there's been trainees like, oh crap, where's my weapon?
Yeah, no,
Thank you, battle buddy.
Yeah, there's times like when they're sleeping or they're eating, and us drill sergeants, we would go around, we'll take their weapon, and we'll walk away, and they won't know, and they'll be freaking out the whole time. And then they'll
So it's a lesson learned for them.
yes, they will.
You gotta learn it the hard way.
They will get it back from
secure
us one way or another.
Any advice for people that are trying to join the Army?
The main advice from what I see how trainees are, recruits are, especially in the beginning, is really think about it and realize that when you get there, it's going to be hard. There's going to be drill sergeants yelling at you 24/7, and you're going to wonder why, even if you're doing the right thing. And do not, I know there's going to be times when you want to quit, because at the beginning, in a reception, I can honestly say I wanted to quit, and I was like, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Like, I'd rather be home, I'd rather be eating whatever I want to eat. But then there is going to be a time eventually where you're going to be like, I'm so glad I stayed. Because there's a lot of trainees that quit right in the beginning, right? Like reception or even the first week of red phase.
That sucks.
And it's like, regardless, if you quit, you can quit, but you'll be there longer, because we have to get paperwork to kick you out and all that stuff. And then you can see all your battle buddies doing all these training events, and all of a sudden they're graduating. You could have been one of those people. It gets hard, it's uncomfortable, but being in the uncomfortable will make you grow, and then it's worth it in 10 weeks. Because 10 weeks, it goes by with or without you.
That's what people don't understand too. For the recruiting side, it takes a lot. Not everyone is qualified to be in the Army.
You need to remember why you joined, and that's the main thing. Remember why you joined, and then everything else will fall into line, as long as you don't quit. I tell my trainees, even if they try to quit, I tell them, give it a few more days. If you want to quit in a few more days, then come up to me, bring it up, and then I'll start the paperwork.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you, Drill
no.
Sergeant. Ah, my hand, oh God. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. You know, subscribe to her.
Appreciate
one of
it.
my military YouTuber sisters.
Yep.
Sister at arms. So make sure you subscribe and check her out. All right. That's it for today. Hit that like button, subscribe. That's it for today. ARCHIEzzle out. That's it. Thank you. That's what's up.